Hi, this is Chuck Oliver. Welcome to this week's Hidden Wealth Review. Well, folks, it is time, and time is an acronym in my books that stands for taxes are heading higher. Obviously, our federal government is in desperate need of taxation, and they're looking for every angle, especially after this new tax reform plan, that the Federal Reserve's come out and said, even after a record collection of federal income tax over this last period, setting a record, they still ran over a $607 billion deficit. The I in time stands for inflation is increasing. Obviously, interest rates are heading up. The Fed is trying to figure out a way to kind of stabilize this economy. And of course, with interest rates heading up, it's causing a lot of uncertainty. And unfortunately, that's contributing to inflation, and the cost of things are going to go up, especially with this tariff talk. It's obviously going to create more inflation of cost of goods and services. The M in time stands for markets and their uncertainty, right? Markets are volatile, and the volatility of the market is going to cause another major correction or crash. To the likes of the talking heads of the great Warren Buffett, the head of J.P. Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Ray Dalio, who runs the biggest hedge fund in this country, is that the market is going to eventually be disrupted. And that impact could potentially delay people from being able to retire or force them to retire at a lesser preferred lifestyle. And the E in time stands for the economic uncertainty, right? All the tariff talks, all the uncertainty with sanctions of Iran, all the unknowns, folks, are causing a lot of turmoil. And the interesting thing that came out this week is the projection of a $1 trillion buyback of companies under this new tax reform, savings of the corporate tax rate dropping from 35 to 21%. Companies are buying back billions, and some predict as much as $1 trillion of stock buybacks will take place, which to artificially prop up the profitability of companies by buying their own stock back so that these earnings reports don't look so dismal, because fewer people are consuming because they're retiring. And the peak consumption age in this country of consumption is age 46, and there's the fewest number of 46-year-olds for the next 5 years our country has ever experienced. That's the troubling news. The good news is you can protect yourself, and now is the time. You see, this time it's not going to be different. It's going to be significantly different because we've already done all the quantitative easing we can do. We've already tried to drop tax rates as much as we can drop them. And the reality is the parachute has already left the plane, but there's not another parachute to grab. So how do you insulate yourself and protect your serious retirement savings? I don't think there's a more important or imperative time than right now to protect yourself from what's happening at this time. Simply go to retirementprotected.com. That's retirementprotected.com and investigate, right? Put this under investigation. Make sure that you really understand how your money can grow without tax. You can use it without tax. It stays ahead of inflation. When the market drops, you have a floor of protection. It's not an annuity. You have double-digit potential upside with total downside protection. And you can remove this uncertainty, and actually the more economic uncertainty, the better the performance, ironically. So take advantage to thrive, not just survive through this time. Retirementprotected.com, retirementprotected.com.